I do always unmute at the weirdest times. I said I unmuted you as soon as you burped. It was disgusting.
Yay!
Um,
I did it.
um, let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I sped read through Oni's lore right after work today, as I do, procrastinator. Um, so what I remember, what I understand is was taught and very uh invested in basically samurai culture and lore and everything. And then there were these farmers near where he lived, and they were like wearing old samurai armor and shit, disrespecting everything. And he was just like, they gotta fucking die. And his dad was like, don't know. Why would you kill them? And yeah, they gotta fucking die. And he murdered them. All of them. He slaughtered them, stole their top knots. Um, just a complete massacre. And
Yeah.
then from there, he was like, this is my purpose in life. This is what I meant to do. People who disrespect my culture, dead. And he just went on a whole like rampage, started slaughtering a bunch of people, and then that's how he got named Oni Yamaoka. And it was very disgraceful to his whole family. And he was like, I gotta keep killing people. Anybody who says Oni dies. So that's, anyway, tip for anybody in matches, don't call him Oni and you might live.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he went on rampage and then he was like, wait, I just gotta kill the guy who like started it. And so he goes to the town where that dude lives, who first started calling him Oni, and but he gets met with a samurai. I have to cough. Still got that COVID 6 months later. Um, and he meets a samurai like right outside the town along the way, and decides I have to kill this samurai to make it into the town to kill the guy who started everybody calling me Oni. And yeah, fun fact, Oni means demon. Yes, it does. Um, so he kills the dude. The dude was actually kicking his ass at like one point, and then all of a sudden, like there was just like one like window of opportunity. Oni took it,
It was a
and
hesitation.
oh, that's right, hesitation. That's what it was. The dude hesitated before like absolutely fucking killing Oni, and or Kazan is his real name if we'd like to call him that. And he took advantage of it as a warrior would, and just fucking smashed in the dude's head, killed him, and then realized it was his dad. And then he just sat back and cried, got his feelings out. But while he was busy crying, he didn't see people take his dad's body away. So then he was just really mad that they stole his dad's body and his samurai armor, which is just, again, the whole point of why he started this all. Was the fucking armor. And I shouldn't say that because it was a pretty big deal, but um it was just an extra slap in the face for him. And he went on more of a rampage, but then a bunch of people were like, we can defeat him in numbers. It was the dad all along.
Mm-hmm.
All that. Some people
Anyway,
decided they can
I'm
defeat
sure you
him in
have everything
numbers,
under
and they
control.
all
Talk to you soon.
surrounded him
Anyway, I'm sure you
and
have everything under
stabbed him with
control.
like pitchforks and
Talk to you
shit,
soon.
until and like tortured him, and then they like took him away and they continued like torturing him and stuff, and they left him for the night. And then when they came back, it was kind of like an Easter Sunday situation, because like he was gone, they didn't know where he was. All there was fog. And then as we can assume, he's amongst the campfire.
Yes. That was mostly what I got. I also remember there's a point in the story where he saw like his dad's samurai sword or something, and he's like, "I want to touch it." And his dad's like, "No." He's like, "But I really want to touch it." And he's like, "No." He's like, "I'm gonna touch it," and then he did. And then he went and killed some
The
people.
end. Oh, and then he went to kill. Got it. They were just like, I want to touch it. No. I want to touch it. No. And then he touched it. The end.
Yeah, I was surprised. This was the first time that I learned that the spirit was a descendant of Oni. So that was it was interesting because I saw a cutscene where it looked like a little girl was getting the ever loving crap beaten out of her. And then you heard the sound of Oni screaming, and I initially was like, oh, he must be able to possess people. And then
Yeah.
when I found out
Sure.
that Spirit is a descendant of him, and I saw all the people in the background, I'm like, oh my god, that makes sense.
Yeah. So someone just asked, so did Oni have kids? Yes. He had a son whose name was Akito. And he is, let me pull up the wiki so I don't get it wrong. He is Spirit's, well, Kazan is Spirit's great, 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 great grandfather.
Yes.
So extremely far back. But that is how they are related.
But I was also surprised at the fact that, one of the things that I realized, he doesn't seem to like people pretending to be something that they're not, with a very big emphasis on the samurai thing.
Yes.
But also, I was surprised to see this was like one of the first killer bios that I read where like a group of people got tired of their shit and beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah, so
Which means
there might be
in large numbers.
yeah, in large numbers with cooperation, there might be an ass whooping on the other side.
Oni for gay rights. Be yourself. Ooh, yes.
I also heard a description of him when I was researching him of the large running hemorrhoid. Or the
Oh,
large,
I watched
raging
that.
hemorrhoid.
I watched that same video actually when I was making dinner. You know, they had really fun animation too. It was like weird sketches and stuff.
Yes.
Oni and Spirit eating a snow cone in the entity's realm, something the Spirit's dad never did. Oh, I cannot wait till we talk about the Spirit, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I love her whole backstory. The what? Oh, people refer to him jokingly as the raging hemorrhoid.
Mm-hmm. And
People
I
know
also
Oni
heard
lost
that the
his eyes
angrier he
because-
gets, the hornier he gets, because his horns get bigger.
Oh, that's a good one too.
So, fun stuff. I learned more Oni jokes than I did anything else. Because otherwise, like, his story seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He liked to kill people if they're pretending to be something that they weren't. He had a kid somewhere down the line. No idea anything, like, we don't know the love story between the Oni and some poor woman.
That sounds like some fan fiction that you need to write.
Oh, God. No.
Give the people what they want, Zen. Did you guys know Zen is a published author?
I write smut.
Like I said, give the people the love story they want.
Technically, that's not all I wrote. I wrote the one, I wrote the Bush Bible and, what was it? Something Loves a Horseman. I don't even remember. It was for a community challenge.
Oh yeah, it was like the League of Legends fan fiction, but not technically League of Legends. You could still publish it.
With John Cena in it, and
It was like the it was like Twilight, but make it League of Legends. No wait, not Twilight. What was it? 50 Shades of Grey was a fan fiction of Twilight, but they didn't make it really Twilight so they could get away with publishing it. So it was like that, but for League of Legends.
yeah, I had to be able to read it on Twitch without violating the TOS. which was a very difficult challenge because immediately somebody was like, look, I want to hear how these two League of Legends characters hook up and make this League of Legends character. And I'm like, great. Thank you. So, did that. And since I couldn't violate the TOS and I had to be able to publish it, it has nobody's name in it. It just has a man who cannot be seen. And some very, very accurate descriptions of a few things. So, yeah. It's out there for 99 cents on Kindle.
I love it.
So.
Yes. So, let's also go ahead and state, because I know a lot of people had questions about it last time, if the killer has a home map, we're assuming that the setting takes place there.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, we're assuming, is at the Sanctum of Wrath.
Yes.
So, I have my notes.
Yes, we're actually going to have the notes on screen now.
Yeah, so people can, see shit. Anyway, as far as, we'll go ahead and get them saved out of the way. Who do you think is going to be, if anybody survives Oni, who do you think would that last survivor be?
So me personally, I think that if we're going to have survivors at all, it's going to be a group.
Okay.
And I actually do think Yui's got a shot here. I feel like she's going to be in the final girl basket.
I agree.
Because, I mean, even if you just look at the picture that they present with her, she's not really scared. She just looks like, why the fuck did you swing a sword at me? She's not scared. She's angry.
I got some suggestions. Wobble says Meg will die going against Oni. Bucket suggests Felix and Adam, either of them.
I don't
and
think Felix
Bubba,
is gonna, but...
Bubba, Ash, because he fought demons before, which is actually a really strong argument for Ash's favor.
That is.
She's a badass biker chick. What else could you want? Yui number one. I'm gonna put Elodie in here.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
See, I was pegging her for being one of the first ones down.
Wow. Okay. I mean, so unlike Huntress, I don't think Oni is as clearly defined in who he targets. I think pretty much anybody can die at any point.
Yeah. I feel like there's some people that he's like, gonna be like a moth to a flame. But that's why I was like, okay, Elodie is going down, because Elodie is gonna be so easy. Did anybody else have any last survivor suggestions before I terminate your hope of ever having Elodie survive?
I'm willing to put Ash, and then because I do think it would be a group effort.
I think Bill might be a good one.
Because if Bill would actually make it this time,
I mean, again, he is a frequent flyer of the Vietnam War. He's fought zombies and shit before. So if anybody is going to strategically help lead a charge on a field of combat, I feel like it's going to be Bill.
Bill being a soldier, actually legitimately being a soldier, could actually benefit him as far as the respect.
Yes. I keep going back and forth on David on whether or not he's he's gonna make it or not, but I feel like he might also go down early because it's David.
Yeah. So to clarify for everybody, we're not necessarily going by perks, just by lore and personality.
Yes, and it's specifically DBD lore, so we're not counting movie lore.
Right. If Bill has a gun, he could help. No gun, Bill is out. He always has his cigarette though. That's the best
Yes.
part. All right. So do we think a team of 4?
I think they could. I think a team of 4 could possibly make it, but again, I think Elodie is toast. Like there's no way. She's so gone.
You did this to me last week with Meg.
Yeah, but I'm ready to fight you on this one.
Okay.
I think she is first out 100%.
Hold on. Okay, I'll note her up here. Wow. Tell me, why is Elodie first dead?
Okay. So, she is a paranormal investigator, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me she's going to walk by those little stone statues and notice that they're following them and not take a break real quick and just sit and study them and have like get completely obliterated because of
Not
her fascination with
obliterated.
the stories?
No. Actually, for that point is why I wanted her as like with the last part. I thought she would be the one to like literally learn everything and figure out and like uncover the whole story of Oni because at this point he's like a folklore figure. I was like, oh, if any survivor is going to figure out everything to know about Oni and be able to know like why he attacks and what may prevent him from attacking somebody or save somebody, like she's going to be the one to figure that out.
But I think she's also going to be the one that's going to be like, I think we're dealing with Oni. And then he's be like, motherfucker!
You know what? Okay. If she said his name, yes. But would she, if she's done enough research to know that he was killing people for saying his name? Because, like Bucket said in my chat, she's incredibly smart.
She is. But she stands too close to killers. She likes to take shit. There's no way she's gonna make it to the end. He's gonna catch her out because she's gonna see those statues and be like, what the fuck is this? Because the statues are not mentioned in his lore at all. So if she went out and saw these statues, which are once you notice them, you can't not notice them anymore, she won't know what she's dealing with because it's not mentioned in the Oni lore.
I got him up on my screen. What? Tell the people about the statues.
Hi guys, so if you're in the Sanctum of Wrath and you've been living your life normally, happily enjoying the Sanctum of Wrath map, if you're watching the statues and you turn your back, they start looking at you. So when you turn around, they've changed positions to look at you. And now you can't unsee it. Good for you guys. This is Dino's fault.
It's one of my favorite little, like, small things. It's funny that we're talking about Lodi first, because I actually already had her up on my thing. So I was like, I'm ready to argue why Lodi is going to be the one to make it.
Yeah, I think she's gonna get sidetracked and mowed down before she even figures out that it's Oni, because the statues are gonna be like a red herring.
I don't know. I really don't think she would be first dead.
Who do you
I
think is
could
first
see
dead?
her, if she didn't make it to first dead, I could see her being one of the ones to like make it to the point of like telling people like this is what we're up against, this is how you get him to like either not kill you or how you defeat him. as far as who I think would be first dead, um, Dwight had crossed my mind as a contender. And Ace. I think I had Ace as like the top one.
Really?
Yeah.
Ace just, like, he doesn't stand out enough for me to be like, yeah, he's gonna go.
So, okay, so my whole thing with Ace is he's pretty fucking fake. That's literally the whole basis of my argument.
Well, if we're going by that, then Cheryl's gone immediately. Because she just comes in there and Oni's just like, how many people is this?
Okay, that's actually a legit... Yeah, if we go by that logic, Cheryl's instant dead.
Yeah, she spawns next to Killer.
Right. Cheryl's dead, everyone else finds her body, and they're like, what the fuck?
Why did he kill her 3 times?
It's really fun, because, like, last week, Cheryl survived against Huntress.
Yeah.
I'm willing to list Cheryl as a first dead. And then Dwight, similarly, just because, like, one, he's pretty in the background. And, like, Ace would make a penis joke or something.
Yeah.
Like...
Thank you, King Cam.
Is he bombing you too? I can't think with all the alerts. But I have my alerts on a different scene. I need to unembed scenes so I can mute stuff easier. What was I gonna say? Dwight. Yeah.
Oni's not gonna respect Dwight at all.
Not at all. As soon as Oni sees Dwight, he's getting, like, fucking smashed. Just...
Yeah, Oni's gonna sneeze on him. He's just gonna die of a heart attack.
Right. Okay, so let's... Order of death. Cinematically, if this were a movie, who would be the first to die? Like, right before opening credits. You're setting the stage.
I still think that we're gonna lose Elodie. That is my thought.
Nobody else.
I can see her going out. Like, again, the statues, like, they're so prominent on there. Like, when you're running around, like, if you're a new person, you've never been there, you're gonna stop and look at them. Because I know I did when I was starting out. I'm like, what the fuck are all these?
Oh, yeah.
And if I go down the list of people, there's a lot of people that will see that and go, nope. And walk away and go somewhere safer. Because they'll probably be like, oh, yes, let's all go and meet up at that tower. And then they get to those... No. And, like, I feel like Elodie would be one of the people that would not walk up and go, nope. She would be like,
Oh, yeah, she would look into it. But I still think that's what would keep her alive. Because I don't think she's, like...
But
she's not dumb.
It would also isolate her, because everybody else will nope out of that. Like, maybe Felix will come and hang out with her, which would put him at target number 2. But, like, Zarina's gonna see that and nope out of it. I don't see Meg going over there. Quentin's gonna nope out of it. Jane's gonna nope out of it. Claudette's gonna go she's gonna see it from a distance and nope out of it. Nancy might come out. Dwight's not going near that shit. Tap likes to gather information first, so he might watch it from a distance, but he's not gonna go up to it. Yui's not gonna go up to... Why would she go up to it? Especially if she sees
Why
everybody
does
else
this have
like,
to be what gets somebody killed first, though?
because whenever you enter in the map or enter into a place that you don't know, generally you'll look for the most prominent building or a place to get a good vantage point, and that is
All
the
right.
main building surrounded by those statues.
So everybody's gonna go into the main building.
They're gonna head there and nope out of it the moment they see those creepy fucking statues. There's a couple that might not, but I think out of all of them, Elodie's gonna be the one that stays there. Because like Nia doesn't, like, she'll be stealthing over and then she'll see everybody else leaving and she'll be like, well, time to go.
Okay.
But
So then
Elodie will see them leaving and go, but no, this is interesting, and she'll stay, which will leave her isolated from the rest of the group besides possibly Felix.
Okay. So, counter to that, like, not to really. Okay, yes, to jump to the end. Who's going. How are they going to know what they're up against? How are
It
they going to figure out they need to defeat him in numbers, or to not call him Oni, or to, like, be true to themselves? That's the whole moral of the story, I guess, of this film.
honestly, they probably won't.
So you're thinking no survivor?
No, I'm thinking they're gonna survive, but I think they're like the last ones that he's gonna get are just gonna get mad and be like, "Well, let's fuck him up."
So you think the ones that'll make it to the end are vengeful types?
Pretty much, either that or ones that just snap and are like, you know what? If we're gonna die, let's fuck him up.
Tough Gun Bumba wants me to take your theory of someone getting isolated, looking at the statues alone, out of curiosity, and instead of Lodi, make it Adam,
Hmm,
who is a teacher.
that is a good possibility.
If you would be so kind as to leave Lodi alive for me. Again, while she was my pick for the last survivor, I can compromise again like I did with Meg. Let her make it to the end. But maybe she doesn't have to survive.
I actually am okay with Adam because he does tend to research stuff, but more importantly, he constantly carries a lighter and uses it for light.
Only in that one trailer. You can't say constantly.
But like in the trailer, he's got it all the time. He's flicking it on. He refuses to move forward without it. He's using it like real up close to his face.
Okay.
He's
So Adam was left alone inspecting the statues. Gets smashed.
yeah. Oni spots him over there with his fucking bright white coat and lighter.
Man, it's not white.
It's light against a dark background.
Okay.
Because that's how I
who would
always
you
find
have?
Adam, is with the bright color of his coat against almost any background other than like Hawkins, where he just blends in.
Okay. So the rest of the group is all together. Who's dying after Adam?
Okay, so this is probably going to be the same with Huntress. Who doesn't join the group? Because Adam's going to scream. Again, I feel like David will yeehaw on out there to go fight. Nia's going to leave. Jake's going to leave. They're going to stay.
I think David has a chance for being part of the last group, though.
Hmm.
Wappa pointed out, isn't the map pretty much open? It doesn't have many hideouts. Doesn't that leave the only option for survivors is to run? Essentially.
Yeah, there are a couple like bushy areas because that's how You know, all the survivors when I play on that map stay hidden inside the shrubbery.
Oh, Adam's disappearance causes news media coverage. Jane Romero comes to investigate.
Oh God,
That's kind of fun.
rip Jane.
Do you want to go with that?
Because you know she's gonna be like, rumor has it that it's the vengeful spirit of the Oni. Squish.
And Bucket pointed out, if you want to cover stuff, you always have the documenters arena.
True.
So we could have Jane and Zarina dying similarly, right?
Yeah, because they both come to check it out, which can also be what draws in Elodie.
Not this soon.
Hey, I let her get past the first one.
God damn it.
I was gonna get her sooner or later.
Okay, here's my compromise.
Oh, we're gonna
If
compromising again. Come on.
yes, yes, because if you're gonna kill her off fourth, like my goodness. Okay, so here's what it is. We can kill Elodie now.
Mm-hmm.
Felix has to be a last survivor.
I'm okay with that because I could see Felix making it.
Okay. So obviously Elodie gets some news from her collector dude who like pays for all of her shit of, hey, we got 3 deaths, some weird shit's going on over here. How about you go visit Japan? And she's like, hell yeah, go visit Japan.
On my way.
And for the record, she's gonna gather a lot of information and then vanish, as one does. Felix for the win, shout out.
So now we're back
So we
to everybody else.
let me bring up the list of all the survivors. 25 survivors now. My goodness.
Taking them down quick.
All right, let's kill a bunch of these real fast.
I think if Cheryl shows up, he's literally just gonna like smell her in the wind. Because there's too much shit going on there.
Zarina would tell the rest of the group what happened. It would introduce you to trial. I think she would, but in her documentary, I think her and Jane would get things really well documented to the point that it brings Elodie there, and Elodie's able to like collect it all and investigate further and leave a lot of information behind before she vanishes.
So I think at that point we should assume that everybody is on site.
All right, we have 21 other survivors on site.
And again, I think that the moment that Cheryl steps foot, like, he's gonna get a sound alert on his phone. like he's just gonna be walking around and get real horny in the head real quick.
Cheryl dies to Oni instincts. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Likewise, I think Ace. I think very similarly, just Ace's presence alone. He's got to go.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Again, Oni instincts.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts about Yunjin?
What are my thoughts about Yunjin?
Yeah,
Girl's a fighter.
she is.
And again, she is the type that is not afraid to sacrifice others for her own benefit.
Absolutely.
Which will be a theme, I'm sure, for like pretty much every killer.
Yeah.
Um
Up until we actually get to Trickster, she's like, I know this guy. Let's break his ego.
Oh really? I figured she would team with Trickster. Honestly.
Well, he did try to kill her, so I mean, he was nice enough to like
So
let her watch first, but
Yunjin would push someone in the open for no reason. She absolutely would.
like, I
Yes.
think I know who we're dealing with here. Push.
Quentin. Let's make a Quentin. That would actually I love Quentin. Quentin's so dear. But let's make a Quentin.
Okay, so we're not on Trickster yet. Let's focus back on the Oni.
Yeah.
Future projects.
Yeah. No, that's
Okay.
what I was saying. Push Quentin out into the open. And be like if somebody was just like, hey, I think that this guy is just killing people when they're alone. Yunjin's like, well, let's test it out. And
Oh god.
they abandoned Quentin or Dwight.
I think she'd do Dwight.
Dwight.
She'd do Dwight.
Dwight, because that fits with his lore when everybody like left him in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, Yunjin's gonna yeet him out of there and be like, alright, let's find out what happens. Just like the evil Steve Irwin.
Dwight,
Let's see what
sacrificed by
happens
Yunjin.
when we leave this guy out here alone.
This is what I need to move over. Okay.
I just
Steve
imagine
and
it
Nancy
being
have a
like,
school trip to Japan and wander off.
I was imagining this being like a, you know, in the horror movies where somebody like gets pushed in front of a train and they just look up with the puppy eyes as the train hits them. Like, I think that's what it's gonna be. She's gonna like if they're in the killer shack or something, she's gonna shove his ass outside and he's gonna look up like, why did you just run over, just dead.
Okay, so at this point, we have 7 dead. If we say that that's what happens then that means they're already starting to figure out it happens when people are alone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're naturally going to group up, right?
This is gonna get real bloody real fast.
All the better. It's a short film.
Yes. So
Okay.
everybody's clustered together. I think that Nia and Jake are gonna peace out, but I don't know if they saw Dwight get run down like that, would they leave?
Right. So that's the thing is, do we want them to peace out before Dwight gets run over? Or
I think they'll peace out before that. Nia doesn't seem to be the type of person to cooperate with people. And Jake, like, I'm not saying that they're gonna die. I'm just saying that they're gonna go out by themselves.
that would be hilarious if they actually never died. If they just happened to leave at a convenient time and Oni never fucking noticed.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, Oni tends to, like, he trucks it on by people.
Nia tags the statues. Bonk.
Okay, fair point. Tag statues, bonked.
The disrespect, that's what got her.
Yeah.
Vandalism.
Yes, vandalism kills the Nia. Jake, I think he might be okay because he'll probably take cover somewhere, so he might actually be able to collect more info than the others would, maybe.
So let me
then
not put Jake on the dead list.
and then join back up with them. Like, okay, so everybody is getting mowed down if they're by themselves. Maybe I should go back. And then he's just like, so guys, this is how everybody died. Discuss. And then goes back to his little corner.
I love it. Important question. Kayla wants to know, Who gets got trying to take a bathroom break?
Ooh. Ooh, who's gonna pee? Who's gonna pee?
Who do we anticipate has the smallest bladder? I feel like
Jeff.
Nancy. Two very different characters.
He has a strong smell of beer, so that means he's been drinking recently.
You know what?
And honestly,
Fair.
you know if Nancy's like, I really gotta pee, she's probably
Steve
gonna...
would go with her.
Yeah, Steve's not gonna let her go by herself. He'll probably cross his arms and, like, bitch about it, but he's not gonna let her go pee by herself. My god. And
I got one person who
we...
agrees with you, another who is shocked that you would dare say Jeff.
And also, if we're gonna lean into any kind of stereotypes, if one of them's gonna pee, all of the ladies are gonna go pee. There is going to be a pee circle. Or everybody's gonna be like, alright guys, do we need a bathroom break? Yep. Let's go.
So who would be the one to just wander off to go relieve themselves without anybody else?
Okay, so we're looking at an embarrassment situation.
Yes.
Or something else like that.
Honestly, if Ace didn't die already.
It would have been Ace. I can't see Yunjin wanting to pee in front of the peasants, but I also can't see her going out when she's proved her point.
Yeah.
I think Claudette might. Because she does not strike me as someone who would want anybody to watch her pee and not be somebody who would feel comfortable asking somebody for an escort.
But no. I don't want Claudette to die like that. She's too precious. This.
Maybe she dies before she pees, or maybe she's filled with relief and then just gets bumped.
Claudette, my precious baby.
I know, I love Claudette too, but some people die on the toilet. It's a fact of life.
She would pee in a cup. That's what Bucket says. Steve and Nancy wander off from their field trip. Felix is looking for Lodi, Meg is jogging, and everyone sees Meg get killed, and they start to group up.
Oh my god, I could see Meg getting killed like that too.
Oh yeah.
Meg's like, I gotta go do something. I'll be right back.
Do we really want to make it Claudette the embarrassing bathroom death?
I think Claudette's the embarrassing bathroom death. Like if she wasn't so damn shy and uncomfortable around people.
That's fair.
Like, I hate having to offer like that because I love her so much, but everybody else has like a safety buddy. Or is not ashamed to pee.
No, Kate is 100% the type to like, okay, ladies, let's all go to the bathroom together. Yes. Nobody left behind.
Yeah, Kate's like packing tampons in her back pocket, ready for this.
Kate is the one that would like, as soon as anybody mentioned they have to go to the bathroom, Kate would be like, I'll go with you. Like, she's that girl.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I do like I like the idea of like Meg just jogging around and getting just demon fury smashed.
Yeah. Like if she's running around in the fucking cabin like trying to get the energy out, and then Yunjin's just like, "Listen, if you don't sit down, I'll put you down." She's like, "All right, I'll just run around like hugging the outside of the cabin." And then just gets obliterated.
It's smashed just before she can vault in through the window of the shack.
Just splatters blood all over everybody. It's a splash zone.
They're all trying to hunker down in the killer shack, right?
Yeah.
Meg's just like, it's safe out here. I'm fine.
I just need
to get some energy out. I'm tired of being surrounded by all these people. She sees Oni coming. She loops around the shack just one time too many. And just, he nails her right through the window as she's vaulting in.
Yes.
So that
Sprinkler.
is Meg dead next. Death by desync. Um.
Okay.
Okay. Who do we have dying after Meg? So we already have. So Jake is still alive. Lori's still alive. Bill, Fang, David, Quentin, Tap, Kate. I didn't put Jeff. Yeah, because that's right. We chose Claudette for embarrassing bathroom death.
Yes.
Jeff, Ash, Nancy, Steve, Yui, Felix, Yunjin.
I'm just like, who would be next? Because we're getting to a lot of the very
like a
strong.
hot dog.
We're getting very close to like the group of very strong-willed people that are just gonna be like, we're gonna fuck them up.
Yeah.
I feel like Felix might start suggesting that they start moving because one, he wants to get to like figure out what happened to Elodie, or at least like try and get some of the information from her.
So here's why I said Felix needs to make it toward the end, or to the end. And that is because I think as Elodie was starting to uncover a lot of the stuff behind like Jane and Zarina's deaths and like the whole area, she realized she was in danger and sent Felix all of her information.
Oh.
But this isn't his specialty and knowledge, so he's not putting all of the dots together as fast as she would if she were still alive, which is why he doesn't come right into the scene like, I know what to do. Like, he's still trying to like figure shit out, but as he's seeing the deaths unfold, he's like, no, it's coming together now.
I figured she would have been like, hey, this is where I'm at. Because it mentioned that they kind of have a strained relationship after, the whole thing with the parents.
Yeah.
But I could see her being like, hey, I'm in Japan. I'm researching this. And then he finds out that she got offed. And then Jake had been like going around and he's seen everybody die. He probably figured out where she's at and mentioned it. At which point Felix is like, I wonder if she has this shit. And then after seeing Meg's entire body just get splattered, he's just like, maybe we should try and get that. Like, pick up her book of information, her notebook, which is probably going to be how the next group of deaths goes down, because it would be the retrieval period.
So I think the people who go with him to find Elodie's like things, like belongings, would make it. I think it's the group that gets left behind.
Yeah, because they're assuming that they're safe in the shack. Nobody has died in here yet. So I feel like all of the people that are not physically fit are going to be the ones that are going to get absolutely demolished.
Right. So this should be pretty easy to narrow down then, as far as Felix would go.
Yes.
Yui would go.
Yes.
Ash would go.
Yes. David and Bill are going to go.
And Tap?
I think
Tap would go.
I think that out of like they're going to leave these people behind, but they're probably going to leave a designated adult, and I think Tap would be the one.
I think David would be the one.
But Tap, like in his lore specifically, it says his age prevents him from running too much or taking a hit.
True.
So he would be like the one to stay there with them, knowing that he physically can't make the run.
Okay. So we have... Okay, so let me run down the list who all is actually staying behind. Lori, obviously.
Oh yeah, they're going to leave Lori. You're not going to send a 17-year-old out there.
Fang, obviously.
Yeah.
Jake?
Jake might go with them. Because they need to... He probably knows where it is, so they probably
need
he
knows his way around. He's been like...
He's been creeping around, so he's going to be like their ranger, taking them out there.
Bill would go with them.
Yeah, Bill, Felix would go. Jeff's going to... I don't know. Jeff would either go or stay behind. I'm not sure.
I think Jeff would stay behind. He'd be like, I'm comfortable here.
I'd be like,
Quentin would stay behind.
oh yeah, there's no way. He's
And we're saying Tap would stay behind?
yes. I think they would
Okay.
try and make Nancy and Steve stay behind because they're teenagers, but I think they're gonna
Yes.
try and go.
I'll save them then. Okay. Kate would stay behind.
Yeah.
And Yunjin would stay behind. This is how Yunjin goes.
Oh yeah,
out.
Yunjin's not going anywhere. Yunjin's gonna stay in the safest place possible.
I saw the event of his family in the movies, so he would not stay behind to babysit. We're not going by movie lore, though. We're going strictly by what's written in Dead by Daylight. I figured as a cop, he'd be like, no, I'm gonna go. It's dangerous out there. And do the whole, like, cop machismo shit that happens in all of the movies.
I think he would if it wasn't for the fact that his lore specifically mentions that he can't run very well anymore.
Okay. And they may have to outrun Oni.
Yes.
We
have seen the choo-choo train pass through.
Bucket says they feel like Steve would do some goofy shit and die on accident.
No, Steve.
What if the team that fights Oni saves the remaining survivors? Interesting.
Here's the thing. I think that they're going to end up like trying to stay together, and he's going to get one real good smash in.
Yeah. I think that. So here's the list: Laurie, Feng, Jeff, Quentin, Tap, Kate, Yunjin. Technically, Steve and Nancy also are going to be the ones that are left behind in the shack. I think when the others leave, at some point, Oni will show up and just splatter all of them.
Yeah.
They are bugs. He has a shoe. At that point, though, like, Steve and Nancy maybe did, like, their weird teenage sleuth thing. Like, we've been to the Upside Down before. We fought a demo pupper. We could take this on. Like, some stupid shit.
I think they would get out. I honestly think that they would leave. Like, I feel like they would assess the situation and be like, these guys are gonna get squished, and we should probably go with the other people.
Or the other people told them they need to stay behind because, like, they're just kids. They'll get in the way or whatever. It's safer for them here. And they're like, no,
or
we're better than that.
Or they fucking sneak out. Like, they just
they sneak out. That's what I was saying.
Follow them. Like, I don't think Steve and Nancy are gonna die in this cabin showdown.
So
out of the cabin showdown, I think Tap is the first man down.
No, he is not. It is Yunjin's first down.
No, just all right. Hear me out.
Okay.
Tap is a veteran police officer, and he's actually like not going to run and leave them to die. So I think what he's going to do is when Oni finally like knocks down the fucking door that they've barricaded, Tap's going to tell them to leave. And Tap is going to try and stand up to him, but he's just too damn old to do it. Like, I think Tap is going to fight him and buy as much time as he can. It's not going to be much, but he's going to try.
Okay.
And then Oni's going to go and start mowing the rest of them down.
I think Kate would actually try and stay with him to help him.
Yeah.
I think Kate's got a heart to not
Yeah.
leave him alone to die.
Yeah. The others probably might have had a good shot at getting out of there, but goddamn, Jeff just reeks of beer, so either that or he hears Yunjin just screaming at him later on. And, like, he just comes over and squishes Yunjin, which is, like, a little bit of vindication for everybody else.
Okay, so Kate and Oni, or Kate and Tap, they stand up to Oni and die that way.
Yes.
So then Jeff, Quentin, Fang, Laurie, Yunjin.
Yes. Yunjin gets her comeuppance from yelling at them for something stupid. And then at that point, we do that camera fade as everybody else gets absolutely splattered because they want to keep their rating. and not get into NC-17 territory.
All right, Huber's death for
Yes.
Yunjin. Everyone else just the standard Oni bait.
Yes.
Yunjin would somehow manage to die pretty too. Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now we have Steve and Nancy,
Yes.
who snuck off to prove themselves. They probably honestly hear everybody at the shack, the fucking massacre that just happens.
Yeah.
They're gonna hide.
I think they'll pick up the pace and get to the other people, because I'm assuming that they're going to leave, like sneak out, shortly after everybody else does. So they're kind of like following behind them at a closer pace. At which point, when they hear the screaming, they're like, "Okay, let's not just follow them like this. Like, get up with them
Let's
and be
run."
like, what the fuck just happened? Please save us, adults, adults."
Does this get them killed?
No, I think
Okay.
they make it to them safely, because I think they have been following them at a safe distance. Because I feel like Nancy is able to keep Steve like in line.
Okay. Let me
And-
list out who all we have left. Jake.
Tap's gone.
I can't type Felix. Okay, we have
David, Jake, Bill, Felix, Steve, Ash, Yui, and Nancy.
Okay, wait, Steve, Nancy, Jake,
David,
Bill, David,
Felix,
Felix.
Ash, and Yui.
Okay. Perfect. So I think Steve, Nancy, and Jake will not survive this.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think those three are survive. I think we're gonna be looking at Felix, Ash, Yui, Bill, and David fighting Oni and winning.
See, I'm like, now that I see this group going in, I think Jake might leave, but I think Bill will probably take care of the kiddos and get them where they need to go. So Bill might die saving Steve and Nancy.
I don't think Jake would leave the group at this point. I think Jake's well aware that being out on his own is now actually a detriment
Mm-hmm.
and know better than to leave the group.
Like, I could honestly see these guys actually making it out as a group. Maybe like one person biting it. But I think once they've got the information, they're gonna hunker down and read through it real quick and be like, "All right, guys, it's time to beat some ass." At which point, Ash is going to give some stupid
Speech to like hype them all up.
Yeah.
Do you think Bill would be the sacrifice death?
Yes.
Bill's the one that's like, "Get your ass over here and fight me." Lures Oni. Oni smashes him. Suddenly everyone else comes out and just attacks Oni at once.
Yeah.
Catches him off guard. Flanks him from both sides. He doesn't know which way they're coming. Back, forwards, left, right. There's just people everywhere. They're not afraid of him. They learned, Felix told them, don't call him Oni.
Yeah.
And it won't make him any madder. And then that's that. Like...
Yeah, right, and that's exactly what happens. Yeah, like, I feel like David would have wanted to be the one to go out there, but they're like, this is risky because he'll probably come rushing in, and David wants to fight him man to man.
And Bill's just like, you got years ahead of you.
Yeah.
I've seen this shit 3 times over.
Yeah, he's like, you can fight him. I'll get him here. And David just like comes barreling out of there, and everybody's like, all right, guys, everybody else is on with the plan here. Let's go help him.
Yeah.
David's like, God
Wobble,
damn it, why are you people fighting? This was my fight.
Wobble makes a good point. Some of them would die fighting Oni.
True. Probably Nancy.
Definitely Nancy. I was about to say, my girl's dead. Like, so Nancy will put up a fight, but
Jake is not trained in fighting.
yeah.
And neither is Felix.
Stop it. Neither is Steve.
Actually, in the lore, it mentions that he has fought the Demogorgon.
Oh yeah, he has.
Therefore, our boy's gonna make it.
The hair will live to the sequel.
Let's say Ash is going to get, like, real close to death. Like, he's gonna get, like, injured, but he's not gonna die. But I think out of all of these guys, Yui's gonna finish him off. Because Yui just, like, every time I see a picture of Yui in the same scene as Oni, she's not scared. She's angry.
Hey, you think Felix will die?
If he doesn't die, I think he's gonna get hurt real bad.
We can have only 4 surviving. I think that's a much better number. Felix will die fighting.
Like, even if he makes it to the end of the fight, like, you know, Oni's down, they've won. Like, Felix's last dying breath is for you know, not believing or not coming to help Elodie sooner.
Okay. I like this. You think Bill would be the one left very injured, not Ash? Bill's already dead.
Yeah.
Alright. You want me to run through the list of what we have?
Let's do it.
So we got on the Sanctum of Wrath. Our first dead is going to be Adam. He's just alone inspecting the statues, learning about the Yamaoka estates and stuff. Caught off guard, dead.
Yeah.
Jane and Zarina, separately, not together, go and do
Yes.
their own little media investigations and wind up dead. Elodie hears about this through the Collector, about something strange is happening, goes to visit. She gathers a lot of information. She does message Felix as one of her last notes before she just vanishes. Then the entire group shows up. Elodie, or not Elodie, sorry, Cheryl and Ace, just instantly, the second Oni sniffs them, they're dead.
Yeah.
They stand no chance.
And again,
Nia,
Cheryl is because of the whole Heather
yeah, she's
Alyssa
multiple people.
thing.
Yeah. And then Ace, just two-faced. Just, you can't spell two-faced without Ace,
Yeah.
is what I'll say. And then you have Nia and Jake actually wandered off. Jake was fine, but Nia gets caught disrespecting the statues at the Sanctum of Wrath. And is tagging them and then just gets annihilated. At this point, everybody's kind of grouped up, but they're realizing that the people that keep getting left alone are starting to kind of disappear.
Yeah.
And so Yunjin's like, let's test it. And there goes Dwight.
Yep.
Claudette has to pee, but she doesn't want other people to go with her. She thinks she'll be okay. And either on the way there or on the way back, splat, dead. Meg's getting some cabin fever, just locked up in the killer shack with a bunch of people. She's just like, I'm just gonna run around the outside. It'll be fine. I'll be okay. She's not. She gets caught by a desync vaulting into shack. Killer's ping was 9,000, and she just goes down. Everybody sees all of this, and at this point is where we have the big split. So, let me go down the list here. Bill, Nancy, Jake, Felix, Ash, Yui, Steve, and David decide that they're going to go and try to get what they can recover from Elodie and her last place. Staying behind, we have Kate, Tap, Yunjin, Quentin, Feng, Lori, and Jeff. When they're left behind, Oni shows up. Kate and Tap decide to fight him to buy the others time to get out. They obviously are no match for Oni. They go down. Then Yunjin has a hubris death. Her comeuppance for trying to sacrifice others for herself. She dies a beautiful death. It is absolutely stunning. The camera work, they zoom in on her face. They're like, look how gorgeous this woman is. As she's like getting her throat ripped out or something. Like her tongue, I guess, probably. And then off camera, all you hear is they're screaming. You see splatters of blood. Quentin, Fang, Lori, and Jeff are gone. Nancy and Steve at that point had actually snuck away before Oni showed up because they were like, no, we're adult enough to be sent with the other group to help find Elodie's stuff. They hear this and they're like, we gotta hustle. They take off running to go find the others and let them know what's up. Everybody just died, just got absolutely wrecked by Oni. And I would say at this point, maybe they probably did find Elodie's stuff to know not to call him Oni.
Mm-hmm.
Or something, and so they're all like, okay, we gotta fight him. This is how we do it in a group, like the old farmers did.
Yes, we are farmers.
Bill decides to be the sacrifice who just tries to lure Oni, probably calls him Oni just to get him to come fight him, and as Oni's smashing Bill, the others come out and just attack Oni from all sides. Nancy, Jake, and Felix. Nancy and Jake die fighting. In the end, they do kill Oni. Ash is left severely injured but not dead, as normal. Probably has to get a second hand. Felix does actually die, but with his last dying breath, he mentioned something about how he regrets not being there when Elodie needed him or something. And
yes.
how dare they become estranged?
His last breath is F's in chat for Elodie.
Yui is the one that actually delivers the finishing blow. But in the end, our survivors are Ash, Yui, Steve, and David.
So we got close. We got Yui and Ash is what ended up.
Yeah. Whoever suggested Ash, I think it was Bubba at the beginning. Well done.
Yeah.
Here we are. I like this. The cigarette still remains lit even with Bill's dead body at the end.
Yes, they just bury him by one of the statues and attach the cigarette to the statue. So when you go back, and the statues are
Everyone
looking at
just
you.
lights the cigarette.
There's just one still smoking a cigarette, and it marks where Bill died.
I love this. Oh, that was great. We were way more efficient this time. I like the notes aspect.
Yes. So, who's gonna be our next killer?
Plague.
Plague?
Yeah, she got second place last time when we said we would do Plague after Oni.
Okay. I guess promise is a promise. We're gonna do Plague.
Yeah.
Vommy Mommy herself.
I love Plague.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to wait for her since the next rift or archive is gonna involve Plague lore, so that our information is not immediately
retconned.
Yeah, like, oh, damn, we did Plague last week. Looks like we have to do her again.
What a shame that would be. Do you want to talk about it over the next week and make it a surprise next week?
We can do that.